the channel, we take a trip back to the 70s with Spider-Man 77, Marvel Legends, Walmart exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. This time we're back at it with Spider-Man Walmart exclusive with Spider-Man 77. But for all your Spider-Man needs that are not Walmart exclusives, make sure you hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, see what old Spider-Man 77 is up to here from the TV movie Once Upon a Time. Marvel Legends, Spider-Man 77. Got the figure in the package. Spider-Man down here looking only like a Spider-Man could look. Spider-Man 77, Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends. Look at that. How about that? That is classic right there. And then on the back, a little bit of that TV movie poster, whatever you want to call it. Jibber jabber down low. Does it say anything here? Inspired by the 1977 Spider-Man movie. Now, I never have seen that movie. To this day, I have never seen it, but I remember as a kid. Now, you got to take yourself back to the 80s. I was not alive in the 70s. Didn't even see any of the 70s. I missed out. Sounds like it was a heck of a time, Todd McFarlane, but I missed out on the 70s. But I grew up in the 80s and 90s, like a lot of us watching this probably. But I remember seeing clips of this Spider-Man all the time, and I was always questioning my life, saying, what is this from? Where do I see this? How can I find this? And it being a TV movie, for whatever reason, I don't know, most TV movies, I guess, weren't on VHS tape at the local video store, but I never saw this, never found a way to track this one down, always questioned my sanity on this one and said, is this a real thing? What is this? Where is it coming from? You couldn't go to the internet and find out. My dad was no help. He wasn't watching action figures or action figure movies. He wasn't watching action figure movies or superhero movies back then. So there was no way of me knowing what this exactly was and where it came from. So it was a very weird time in my brain as a little kid trying to figure out where this Spider-Man. Now, I knew the Incredible Hulk once upon a time. I knew him. His show was on reruns in the 80s, but never got to see this Spider-Man, and I vaguely remember seeing it or bits and pieces of it on the Sci-Fi Network many years later. But besides that, I never got to see Spider-Man 77, but pretty cool to get this in action figure form. Nice little kind of one-off figure, I guess is what we'll call this one here. And I don't know what the movie exactly as far as villainy went in that one. Maybe we could get the villain, or if there really was a real villain in that one. I think it was more about him finding his powers and finding his way as Spider-Man. Long way to get there. Long way to get there. But very cool that we're getting it. I am here for this. See you later. Goodbye. Cardboard. See you later. Goodbye. And we lost some spider webs out of the package. And there it is. Not a ton of extras with this one here, I'm noticing. You get 2 sets of spider webs. You get a set of hands, and that's it. So not a lot of bells and whistles with this one. I take that back. We do got a spider web in here. And, of course, it's taped in. It's taped on the inside. Pull that out. We're ready to go. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to the accessories here. 2 fists of Spider-Man Fury right out of the package. And then we got 2 splayed out hands. Some interesting splayed out hands. More like this kind of a hand. This kind of a hand right there. We do get those. And then we do get 2 sets of webbing. I never really use these ones. There's really nothing to ever do with this, but you get 2 different size webs is what it is. We've seen these before. We've seen them in different colors. This is more of the white webbing there. Looks good. And then we do get a long string, which I guess kind of goes with Spider-Man back then. You know, the webbing, of course, the effects in the 70s, not quite the effects that we have in this day and age, let's be honest. And I guess we just had a lot of string going on. So we can have them swinging. You pretend this is webbing, do whatever you want to do. You can attach it to here if you want to tie it up. You can throw that onto something. Do whatever you want with this nice piece of string. But this had to have cost that Hasbro team something fierce. You could also use it as jump rope if you want to. A lot of versatility with that white string. But now we're diving into the figure itself. And it is 70s Spider-Man. Very interesting looking here. Of course, anybody sees this, they know it's Spider-Man, but they're like, there's something off with this one. Just a little bit off. Not sure what it is. Can't put my finger on it. but it is Spider-Man. It looks like he's got some big old goggles for eyes there. And then, of course, you got the classic webbing going on. No facial expression, anything like that. Webbing goes down into the shirt, of course, long sleeve, Spider-Man style. We're used to that. You got the hole in the back. You got a spider on the front, 77 Spider, I guess is what we'll call that one there. You do get a little bit of a wrist gauntlet here. I guess that's where he hides his webbing. I hide my webbing in a different place. I don't know about you guys, but he hides it in his wrist. He's got that going on there. He does got a utility belt looking very interesting. Of course, 60s, 70s superheroes, it was all about that utility belt. Batman leading the charge on that one, of course, but we do get the belt there. Blue pants down to the boots, down to the feet. Got that webbing going on for Spider-Man. Articulation on this one, unfortunately, no butterfly on this one. Would have been nice to have a little extra pizzazz with this because, let's be honest, we're probably not getting another 77 Spider-Man anytime soon. But arms do go all the way around for us. Do get a bicep cut. We do get double-jointed, pinless elbows, extremely tight, but they do move. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Head back and forth, side to side. You do get some good movement out of that head. So much so you can pop the head all the way off if you want to. But you do get some movement out of that head there. You do get a traditional ab crunch. Really tight on that. Waist articulation. Big old Spider-Man splits if you need them. No drop down hips, anything like that. You can go up for the big boot. Thigh cut. Double jointed, pinless knees. Very tight once again. No boot cut, but you do get ankles up and down, back and forth. So it's interesting with these Spider-Man figures over the last couple of years, 5 years, what is time once again. All the articulation we get, and sometimes we get a ton in our Spider-Man, like Maximum Spider-Man, and then sometimes we get it dialed way back like we do with this one here. And I guess, yeah, Todd McFarlane, you got a thing or two, a thing or two about Spider-Man. I agree. But sometimes Spider-Man in the 70s, he wasn't quite the gymnast of 90s and today's Spider-Man. That's what he's saying. So I guess you could say that. Spider-Man was a different kind of guy. Not as quite as gymnastics leaning back then. I think he was a little bit, but we'll defer to Mr. McFarlane over there, I guess, on this one here. Oh boy, does he fit? Yep, he does fit. He does fit on a ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. I don't know. I like this one. I like that it's something different. I'm going to put this in my collection with my MCU shelf. That's what I'm going to do. I guess the start of the MCU, you could say that. You can make that argument. But an interesting piece of business and one that really confused me, as I said, with a little story time from Kyle at the beginning. Very cool to have this many years later. And if you were a kid in the 70s, you were growing up with your Migos, you were enjoying all that kind of stuff. I just quite wasn't there yet, unfortunately. But I was here for the Japanese Spider-Man we got not too long ago. Oh, seeing a little bit of a theme right here. Looks like we got a lot of reuse between these two going on. A few extra dazzles, of course, but very, very similar, as we know. Different color scheme going on, but same base body between these two. And I guess that makes sense. So you got your Japanese Spider-Man, you got your Spider-Man 77, all living together in Spider-Man unity. It's like the multiverse before the multiverse is what we got right here. But there it is, a double dose of Spider-Man. I believe both Walmart exclusives, am I right? Was this Walmart exclusive? I can't even remember. It's hard to keep track at this point here, but this one definitely is. And if you want it, check out Walmart online. Maybe available to other retailers eventually. Have to wait and see. But there it is, Spider-Man. What's your thoughts on this Spider-Man 77? Did you ever see this movie? Were you confused like I was as a little kid? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can also check out YouTube channel memberships if that is your thing. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. So for Spider-Man 1977 edition, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?